Yo, what is up guys, it's me Lee, and welcome to day 24 of the 2017-2018 NBA season. Exactly how much longer do we have to wait? Because this is getting ridiculous. Forget all the excuses about this being, quote, a new team. I don't want to hear it because the problems that they are exhibiting go beyond those of just a new team. See, the new team problems often just include not knowing where your teammates want the ball before you pass it to them, where their favorite spots are on the floor, learning the plays together, all stuff that involves this thing called teamwork. Therein lies the exact specific problem of the Oklahoma City Thunder so far this year. There ain't no teamwork. I don't know how long it's going to take to get through that. This ISO crap just don't work anymore. Offense has evolved from the prehistoric days of get someone the ball and move out of the way. In today's NBA, it's proven that ball movement is king. And if this ISO brand of basketball didn't work when you had Kevin Durant and Russell Westbrook, what on earth makes you think it's going to work now? Paul George and Carmelo Anthony aren't touching Kevin Durant. And at any rate, it doesn't even matter if they have both of them or they're still isolating all the time. It's like the Thunder only have one player on the offensive end every possession. Sure, instead of just Westbrook, now you might have Westbrook, Melo, PG, Melo, Westbrook, but what's the difference there? If anything, that might be a little worse than it's all Westbrook. The Oklahoma City Thunder lost their 4th straight game yesterday to the Denver Nuggets, a team that actually plays team basketball, 102-94. Hold on, let me check myself here though, because before I say anything else, I want to make sure that I'm not written off as an OKC hater or whatever you want to call it. See, I want this Thunder team to do well. I was excited about them coming into this season. I thought we were going to get to see something completely different from OKC this year, and I'm sure most of you thought the same. And that's exactly why it's bugging me so much that we are seeing the same thing over and over and over again. How could they be so thick-headed to the point where they don't see what is wrong with what they're doing? Russell Westbrook said after yesterday's loss that every team has rough patches and the Thunder are just going through theirs right now. Real quick, let's just go over the teams that the Thunder have beaten so far. The Knicks, before they started playing well. The Pacers, the Bulls, and the Bucks, who have been struggling. That's it for their wins. Now for who they have lost to. The Jazz, the Wolves twice, Boston, Portland, Sacramento, and now Denver. So they're able to beat some bad or struggling teams, mainly off talent alone. But then whenever they go up against a team that isn't bad, they lose, even if they are still the more talented team. Answer this question for me. How is Boston without Gordon Hayward 10-2, but the Thunder are 4-7? Both are pretty new teams, have a bunch of new players learning the new system. And I'm not saying that like Boston doesn't deserve their record or anything, because they do, no question about it. They've been playing some fantastic basketball. It just baffles me how the Thunder don't look at these teams like the Celtics or the Magic or the Pistons or any other team that might not have all the best players. Yes, I know the Celtics have Kyrie, but he's arguably the only player they have close to the level of PG and Westbrook that they have available to them right now. The Magic and the Pistons, on the other hand, don't have anyone on that level. But like I was saying, how is it that all these other teams that are much less talented on paper are much better teams? How is it they're able to get wins on a nightly basis while the Thunder can only beat some of the weaker teams in the NBA? How have they not asked themselves that yet, and how have they not realized that it's because the other teams are playing team basketball? Celtics, Pistons, Magic, all running something called the motion offense this year. The Celtics have been running it for the past couple of years, and Orlando and Detroit are just now starting to get the hang of it this year. And this is also what teams like the Warriors and Spurs have been running for the who knows how long. And it's called motion offense because people are in motion, players are moving. No one is just sitting there watching another player dribble the air out of the ball and then scramble to make a shot when the shot clock gets down to 5. And it's so good because when players are moving, get this, it causes defenders actually have to try and move around and defend. A bunch of off-ball screens and hard cuts to the basket that lead to easy scores. I can guarantee you that if OKC started playing a motion offense, even Andre Roberson would be able to score in double digits some games, as insane as that sounds. I don't know if it's just Billy Donovan or what, but unless the Thunder start moving the ball, they only had 16 assists as a team last night, and it seemed like all 16 of those assists were the only 16 times they passed the ball. Once again, not hating, just disappointed so far, calling it like I see it. Unless OKC embraces the miraculous concept of teamwork, they will never be a threat to contenders out west. Sure, they might still get close to 50 wins alone with ISO ball once they get going, but you're not beating Houston, San Antonio, or Minnesota, and you for sure aren't about to beat the Warriors with that brand of basketball that you are playing right now. Cleveland, you all right? Y'all got allergies or something? Because it looked like you were allergic to the basketball last night. For as poorly as everyone else not named LeBron James and Jeff Green played for the Cavs last night, and James Harden having a triple-double of 35 points, 13 assists, 11 rebounds. Cleveland, you all right? Y'all got allergies or something? Because it looked like you were allergic to the basketball last night. For as poorly as everyone else not named LeBron James and Jeff Green played for the Cavs last night, and James Harden having a triple-double of 35 points, 13 assists, 11 rebounds, and also committing 5 robberies, this game was still winnable for the Cavs had it not been for their fear or allergies or whatever it was that was keeping them from trying to get rebounds last night. 26 boards, 26 rebounds for Cleveland. That's all you can do is get 26 rebounds. Offensively, like I said, outside of LeBron and Green, the Cavs could have used some more help. After looking like Minnesota K-Love in the last game against Milwaukee, Kevin Love was once again reduced to Ryan Anderson, even though he did play better than the actual Ryan Anderson last night, but that's not the point. And defensively, they weren't good, but they were better than they had been, which is not saying much, but it's also an improvement. So I guess that is good. But 26 rebounds, y'all had more fouls than you did rebounds. How is that even possible? 117 to 113 was the final score. Look, if I'm a Cavs fan, I wouldn't be too concerned about your rebounding problems last night. If anything, I'd be kind of optimistic about how the team played overall, and that there were points at which they actually tried on defense, but it just seems like every time they lose, it's just something they don't do. Almost as if in order to defend, they had to give up on something else. This time it was rebounding, next time it might be passing or scoring, heck, I don't know. They just struggle to put together a complete game. Oh, and by the way, I guess the fact that the Cavs only got to the free throw line 14 times last night hurt too. Harden himself made more free throws than the entire Cavs team. Houston shot 36 free throws. Jay Crowder's still trash. The Sacramento Kings, okay, I see you guys out here trying to do big things, but can y'all really afford to do this though? Like, can you really, I mean, there's going to be some pretty stiff competition to land a top 3 pick in the draft this year, and with this third win you just got over Philly, y'all might need to chill out a bit because Dallas, Atlanta, and Chicago are looking like they are dead serious about this whole tanking thing right now. But that being said, this must have been a good feeling for this young team from Sacktown nonetheless. The Philadelphia 76ers, one of the better young teams in the NBA, and had been on fire in their past few games, coming into this one with a 5-game winning streak. And even though they didn't play their best basketball in the final seconds, it still looked like they were about to get their 6th straight win. Embiid couldn't really hit his shots, but still had 22 points and 15 rebounds. Ben Simmons had 18 points and 6 assists, but wasn't really rebounding the ball as well as he had been this year. However, it was De'Aaron Fox who hit the biggest shot of the night as he drained the jumper with around 14 seconds left to give the Kings the lead and the win. 109 to 108 was the final score. Fox finished with 11 points and 7 assists, but the guy Justin Jackson, the rookie, has been balling out these past couple of games, and low-key is probably the reason they won these last couple of games. He had 16 against OKC and then 19 against Philly. I don't think the Wizards were about to lose to the Lakers again and at home this time, and they didn't. They really couldn't afford to, and they didn't, which is good. 111 to 95 was the final score as Wall had 23 points, 8 rebounds, 5 assists, Beal scored 22, and Porter had 20 points and 11 rebounds. Lonzo Ball continues to struggle with his shot as well. Nearly notched a triple-double though with 10 points, 8 assists, and 8 rebounds, but was 3 of 12 from the field, 1 of 7 from 3, and he's also struggling to make free throws as well. In his rookie year so far, only 3 of 7 from the stripe from yesterday. Luke Walton contributed balls off shooting so far, just extra pressure that has been placed upon the young rookie. He's an incredible player. He's 20 years old. He almost had a triple-double tonight, but anytime you turn on sports shows, all they want to talk about is his shot. Is it extra pressure? 100%. He's a rookie who gets dissected by everybody. Could it be pressure? I don't know, but the fact that he can fix his shot, the better, that's for sure. The one-time Jrue Holiday decides to go off this season. Both Anthony Davis and DeMarcus Cousins struggle a bit. That's hilarious. Holiday was a complete menace last night for the Raptors to deal with, scoring 34 points on 14 of 20 shooting the field, as well as 11 assists and 5 rebounds. But only getting 18 from AD and 20 from Cousins hurt New Orleans a bit too much last night as they fall 118 to 122 to Toronto. Another team who, like to talk about earlier in the video, are trying to learn to use more ball movement in their offense this year and focus less on just isolating with Kyle Lowry and DeMar DeRozan. They aren't as efficient with it yet as some of the other teams, but they are learning, and you can tell that they are getting better with it as well. DeRozan had 33 points and 8 assists, and Lowry had 18 points and 7 assists for the Raptors. There was all the action from yesterday, though. You guys go vote for the player of the day by following the link down in the description box below. Just remember, that only players whose team won are eligible to win Player of the Day. Yesterday, you guys selected Hassan Whiteside and his 23 points, 10 rebounds, and 4 blocks as the Player of the Day. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe for more daily NBA highlights, as well as stay tuned for the daily NBA news video dropping later today, but I'll see you guys then. Peace!